Alright, what is up everybody? In this video we're going to be showcasing every new evolved unit with the summer prep update and our last stand. We are starting off with Buddha here. The Enlightened domains, this guy's from the new Act 6 raid, whatever it was called. Thank you Soul, or Carlos, for letting me showcase this unit. He's going to be level 85, Avatar Glorious, no skill tree, doing 2.44 mil every 5.64 seconds. He is a ground unit, circle AoE. Kind of just a fire explosion there. And the blessing I think bugged out, but it's just kind of his pose with the staff behind him and everything. So, nature unit. Let's keep going here. 0.44 mil, he does have passives on placement actually. True Enlightenment. This unit cannot be buffed by other units, and instead, whenever this unit would receive a buff, it buffs the units in range by 5% damage and 5% crit chance for the duration of the original buff. So he's going to turn buffs that would be put on him into a 5% damage and crit chance buff for units around him. Okay. And Mercy. Unit has a 20% chance to miss an attack, dealing 35% less damage. Whenever it misses, gain 1% crit chance, cap of 15, and 3% crit damage, cap of 45. After 15 missed attacks, gain 20% damage permanently and never miss again. So kind of like a weird version of the old Saitama passive. He's going to miss a bunch and gain damage and a crit chance and everything. So let's keep going here. Flame Flip, upgrade 6. Does he become hybrid? He does become hybrid. He is now, I think, a larger circle AoE. Pretty much the same effect, just a little bit more widespread. 78.1 mil. Keep going here. No effect so far. No stats effect or anything. Next attack, Domain Slam. Alright. 439 mil over 7.75. Still no effect or anything. Same passives, no ability. And the animation there is just kind of another fire explosion. 4.88 mil. 5.85 mil. Here we go. Max upgrade. Pretty expensive to get here. 400k on the final one. But 585 mil over 7.75 seconds. He does have the ability 6 domains, so upon activation, transform. Wow, that is a lot to read. I'm gonna try my best. Upon activation, transform the 6 domain staff in sequence. After using all forms, unlock 0 sword transformation. Each form lasts for 40 seconds. Divine Domain, gain 75 yen per attack, set damage to 20 million, SPA to 12, range of 30 to 35. For 100 enemies hit, gain 1250 yen. Animal Domain, each time this unit lands a crit, gain 5% crit damage, cap at 25%. Set base damage to 11.5 million, SPA to 7, range to 39. Human Domain, set crit chance to 100%, base damage to 4.5 mil, SPA to 4, range to 41. Preta Domain, debuff all units in range by 10% damage, gain 10% damage for each unit, cap of 50%. Set base damage to 10 million, SPA to 8, and range to 43. So a bunch of different forms he has. If you want to pop one, or want to pop ability, I guess. Do we need to check out all different domains on this guy? Because that'd be really annoying to do. Okay, he just kind of cycles through it, so you can't really like choose between. Well, you can choose when to stop cycling, I guess, but you can't like choose like a menu drop down thing like some of them are, like Gilgamesh or whatever. He's just kind of, you cycle through, I guess. Cycle through. Yeah. 561 mil. Okay, so this is the animal domain, I think. Yeah, animal domain. I guess we'll check out all of them right here. Just kind of have to wait for the cooldown every time, sorry. I'm just gonna yap in the meantime. This is being recorded live, by the way. For anybody watching on YouTube, we're live streaming this as well. Human Domain, 219, he does gain guaranteed crit now. And no new passives for any of them, so it's just the same, like, damage for all of them. Or the same passives, but different damage for all of them. That's all you change. Finally, he is going into Preta Domain. Okay, when the ability runs out, he actually goes into like a normal form, I think. He runs out of domains, but that's looking pretty mid. I don't think that's very good. Thank you, Carlos, for letting me showcase this guy, though. So thank you very much. This was Avatar Glorious. He got him pretty quick. Moving on to the next unit, then. It turns out, sorry, we're recording Buddha again. We missed his probably most important ability. After cycling through all of them, he gained the Sword of Zero, another transformation. Upon activation, set base damage to 11 million, SPA to 6, range to 45. Every 5 attacks gain 5% damage and minus 2% SPA, cap at 25% damage and 10% SPA. Once cap reached, this unit now ignores elemental disadvantages, stops regen completely for 10 seconds, 25 second cooldown per enemy. So he has a regen cancel, that's just kinda okay. Wanna pop it? His damage numbers don't seem too crazy from this transformation. Let's actually check it in action though. Yeah, 341 every 4.23. Still pretty mid. That's pretty disappointing. That's after all 6 transformations from human to Petra to animal, whatever it was. He does gain a final permanent one, Sword of Zero, and it is not very good. Okay, now we actually move on to Meliodas now. Okay, moving on to Meliodas here. Thank you, Liability, for letting me showcase this guy. There's a blessing, by the way. He does have toes for some reason. Look at that. He's got like claws on his feet, but Wrath Assault. This guy's 1k to place apparently. Butch Glorious, level 85. No skill tree, I believe. 1.81 mil every 4.89 seconds. 37.5 crit chance with. Wait, hold on. His crit is changing. Okay, let's check out his passive real quick. He does have Despair on placement. He has Hybrid on placement as well. Circle AoE. Very good to have Despair, I'm not gonna lie. That's a very good effect to have. The 10 orders. Each attack increases Wrath bar by 1. We can see that with a cap of 5. Upon reaching cap, deal 5 times damage, apply Despair, and perform 1 of the 10 orders to enemies in range. Love. Apply Love. Units gain 100% crit damage and 20% damage on the next attack. Purity. Relieve units from the stun. If they are not stunned, gain 50% damage instead. Pacifism. Stun enemies for 10 seconds. Wrath deals 50% more damage to them. Faith. Inflict Conquered and Despair. Silence. Inflict Slow and Weaken. Repose. Inflict Petrify and increase Dark. Wow, Petrify is really good. And increase Dark Elemental damage by 100% for 10 seconds. Patience. Inflict Accelerate and buff all dot by 15% for 15 seconds. Piety. Enemies Wrath takedowns are summoned with 100 times current damage plus 10% of their max HP for the next 20 seconds. Selflessness, stun yourself for 15 seconds and add 15% damage and 30% range to units for 30 seconds. So, a bunch of various like debuffs and buffs to your team, and to enemies as well. So, kind of RNG there, kind of fun actually. It fills up with 5. So after 5 attacks, it's going to fill up. One of those random things is going to happen. I wonder if it'll like, can happen the same one twice in a row and it'll be on cooldown. I don't know. But Assault mode, every 25 takedowns increase crit damage and crit rate by damage by 5%, crit rate by 2.5%, cap of 50% crit damage and 25% crit rate. Every 5 missed crits inflict black flames and pressure to enemies in range. Wow, okay, so if he misses crits, he's going to inflict black flame and pressure. That's actually really good. Could this be a unit where you don't want crit and range on him? I don't know, but it does kind of boost his crit stats up a little bit. Let's keep going here though. Currently 1.58 mil every 4.89. Let's go to the next attack. Black Claymore. Upgrade 6, 27.4k to purchase. 104 mil every 5.94. Still has Despair, still Circle AoE. Nothing crazy there. Let's go to the next one here. Full parry, upgrade 11. Let's go for it. And a new attack as well. Okay, huge fire explosion now. Full parry. Upon activation, pick the strongest unit in range and deal 5 times the chosen unit's current damage. This attack has a 100% chance to critically hit. So he's going to take the strongest unit's damage. Let's just put down like my ghetto. You want to use that? You want to use the full parry, I guess? Want to pop? Want to up? Want to pop? There we go. You can't really see an animation there, I don't think. Did I have it disabled, maybe? Oh, I had it disabled. No! Okay, well, he might have attacked using Ghetto's damage. Guaranteed crit. I don't know, we'll get it back in 20 seconds. We'll check it again, but we max him out here. 400k. Assault Sword, upon activation, pick the strongest unit in range, deal 15 times current chosen unit's current damage. This attack has a 100% chance to critically hit for each use. Increase multiplier by 5 times, cap 40%. 4 times increase. Wait, what? 15 times. Okay, so he has a 5 times damage here, and then he has another 15 times damage. Both of them are guaranteed crit, and it's going to increase by up to a 40 times damage multiplier. Okay. Want to pop first one again. You see right here, full parry. No animation on that. And next. Also no animation on that. Okay, so he's gonna kind of mimic their damage, which can be really good. If you run him with like Gilgamesh, tons of raw damage, it's okay, but his personal DPS, 854 over 6.98. Like, aside from the Wrath passive getting you value, and his abilities kind of being good for buffing, the unit himself is just okay. Moving on though, thank you Liability. Next unit. Next up we have Vampire Prodigy. I've been very hyped for this guy actually. This is like, if you didn't know, this guy's from Monogatari. This is my favorite series of all time. This guy's very cool. So Vampire Prodigy, he is the Infinity Castle unit from last season. Thank you Doggo for letting me showcase this guy. Gorilla right here. This is going to be with Overlord Glorious because my clanmate is broke on rerolls right now. I'm sorry. He's doing 1.91 mil or 6.34 on placement. He is hybrid and 900 to place. He's a nature unit. Circle AoE. Legion of Bats. He has a passive. If Vampire Prodigy attacks an enemy under bleed, inflict a weaker bleed, dealing 50% of the unit's damage over 8 seconds. This dot has a 25% chance to stack, increasing the damage by 25% per stack up to 125. So, if he is paired with a bleeding teammate, he is kind of okay. He's going to attack them for his own bleed and have a chance to stack that and increase the damage per stack. Okay. 1.91 mil over 6.34 right now. And currently just running at them and barraging. Keep going though, keep going. Blood Blitz right here, upgrade 5. Circle AoE still, just kind of shoots out little blood at them. Alright. 51.5 mil or 7.75. Still no bleed of his own. Does he gain anything? Blood rush. He does not gain bleed of his own. Okay. Nothing special on him? If we max him out. I mean, okay, that's kind of a lot of damage for Overlord though, if we think about it. This is level 85, no skill tree, no godly lead. Oh wait, never mind. Overlord Glorious, yeah, no godly lead. No, okay, S+, triple S, no skill tree level 85. So, I mean, he's not even that bad. I actually think, if you account for like his applying his own bleed or whatever, 600 mil is not bad for Overlord, bro. Like, that is a lot of damage scaling for this to potentially increase to like a 125% boosted half of his damage. Anyway, he's okay. I don't know. I expected just a decent unit. I'm just glad he's in the game more than anything. There's a blessing, by the way. It does look pretty cool. But moving on. Moving on to Kinshero. This guy is a tournament unit from last week. So I got top 12 in both my brackets. I have 2 of them. And this guy is going to be Avatar, Glorious, level 85, no skill tree, triple S, double S, triple S here. So 3k to place, he's doing 4.86 mil every 6.96 seconds, 65% crit chance, 282 crit damage. Wait, what's that about? The rocket. This unit has a base crit chance of 50% and base crit damage of 250%. Pretty good, actually. Triple on placement. Circular AoE hybrid unit. And pretty cool effect, actually. I do like that. Like the blue and orange. Complementary colors. I love that color scheme. Okay. Moving on, though. Divine Fist, upgrade 6. Okay. Still a circular AoE. And he is still doing blue and orange punch. Which, it looks the exact same, sounds the exact same. I don't know if it even changed. Moving on to Battle Grief. What's that going to be? Okay, just a bunch of them. Oh my goodness, but okay. 11.1 SPA. That's, I think, a little bit smelly. And then 583 mil. With pretty high crit scaling as well. I mean, another nature unit. He's not the worst ever. Like, I feel like if you run him with Garo, some type of crit build, he could be good. 11 seconds though? Like, you gotta cut that down with skill tree or something. I mean, he'll attack every once in a while, but I don't know. The DPS is just not gonna be consistent, or not gonna be steady enough to really help you out. Okay. Well, there's Kinshero. Finally, the final unit we have. Last one. Other than the skins that we got this update. We have Angel. Or Heaven Demon Life. This guy is from Banner 3. Yes, I said this guy. This is a dude. Anybody who is misled, this is a man, okay? On placement for 1.5k, doing 6.59 mil or 6.9. Never mind, his damage just got cut in half. I don't know what that's about, but you can see the numbers, right? Okay. A lot to read. Circle AoE, by the way. My blessing is on. It's pretty cool. Hybrid. Alright. Every 20 seconds, decrease base stocks by 2 to 4%. We can see that happening right there. Luckily, cannot wipe all stocks. We can't die for 15 seconds. Reshock removed. Okay. That's why it actually comes back. It's only for 15 seconds that he removes it, so it comes back after 15. Free shock removed, gained 40% damage and 10% range. That is a lot of damage gained. Cap of 160% damage and 40% range cap. So, that's why his damage is fluctuating, I think. It'll remove it for a while, and it'll come back. And when it comes back, his damage goes back down. So, cap of 160% and 40% range. Not bad. If a unit is in the drain zone, oh yeah. This guy can drain all my units. Cause that unit to lose 2% damage every second until the unit has 0% damage. Once 0 damage is reached, tell that unit and that unit cannot be placed for the next 20 seconds. Okay. So he's going to eat them. He's going to drain them. And add 100 years to the meter. You can only gain 500 years maximum from this passive. Okay. So if we put down, like, just a bunch of people, I guess their damage value doesn't actually matter. But he's going to take away percentages from them. So my Ghetto is losing like 2% every second. On 3x speed, it's going by really quick. And if we wait for that to hit 100, you should eat them, I think. Which, let me like max them out real quick so you get more, I think, if you eat them. 200 years. We get 200 years, because we had 100 years to the meter. Oh, we should get 1 per unit. Okay, so yeah, you can max out his years collected. Which maybe those will come in handy later. Right now, those do nothing. Let's keep going, though. Pretty okay damage. Keep going. Heaven's Javelin. 140 mil over 7.65. Okay, that's alright. Keep going, getting a little bit expensive now. Golden Scimitar? Golden Scimitar. Let's go. Time Thief. Upon activation, picks a random unit and range to sacrifice to his unit's years bar. Sacrificing a unit. Okay, here's where it scales off cash. Sells the unit and adds the unit sell price to the year bar. 2k cash equals 1 year, 2 million cash equals 1,000 years. Okay, so we just put like, who's really expensive? You. Right, max you out. And we eat you, hopefully it eats you. It eats you, and he gains a bunch of years. Look at that, pretty cool. 10 years. Upon activation, it deal 100 times damage to the strongest enemy in range and heal 1 life stock for 30 seconds. 200 second cooldown. Okay. Did that take off our years? It took off 10 years, I think. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, I think. Unless I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So it's going to be like a nuke. 100 times its damage, which is actually kind of a lot right now. Upgrade 11. 100 years. Deal 1 times damage for every 2 life stocks this unit has drained via the life drain passive. That is a lot over time. Definitely an infinite unit there. Apply bleed based on the total damage dealt. Reset the total drain life stock counter. Stun this unit for a minute. And damage cap of 500 times multiplier. So... okay, he can... deal 1 times damage for every... wow. So 1,000 times his damage? Wait, no, 500 times his damage, and then stuns him for a minute? Okay. We pop that, no animation still, and we stun him for a minute now. Final upgrade. He gains 1,000 years, which I guess we need to get 1,000 years for. So let me go ahead and put people he can drain in his range. Max out Ghetto. Ghetto's expensive, right? Decently, yeah. Just time thief him. After we unstun him, there we go. Oh, who did he eat? Did he eat a farm? Oh no. Either way, I'm just gonna wait it out until we can 1,000 years this guy, so I'll be right back in a second, I guess. The final ability for 1,000 years on Angel. We have 250 bill, 2 all enemies on the map. 10 seconds later, deal a second hit equal to 250 bill multiplied by the number of enemies hit by the initial nuke. Reset all years progress and drain 4 life stacks. So, let's say we have 100 enemies then. He's going to deal 250 bill to them, and then he's going to deal 250 bill times 100. So, what's the math on that? I don't even know. You got the math on that. You guys got that. You guys can... it's like 25 trill? Is that true? If you multiply that by 100, is that 25 trill? It might actually be. Yeah, I think so. 25 trill? That's a lot of a nuke. So if you have 100 enemies on the map, he could do 25 trill. Plus the initial 250 bill. So, a lot of infinite potential. Potentially like 120 enemies, you can do like 30 trill apparently. Well, let's pop it. Does it have an animation? No, they got kind of lazy this update, because again, I don't have ability effects disabled. They just have nothing, but... okay, that was every new evolved unit from this... what was it called again? Summer Prep update? Thank you to Doggo, Carlos, and Liability for letting me showcase their units here. You guys are goated. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Of course, this was recorded live, so maybe come hang out if I'm still live streaming, who knows. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day.